Good evening, I am Suleiman Talash from RTA News. It's nice to have you with us. Maulavi Habibullah Agha, the Minister of Education, has visited Badghis province to review the country's education situation. The Ministry of Education says that during his visit, Maulavi Habibullah Agha visited schools and madrasas in Qadis district of the province and asked the officials of the district to make more efforts to improve the quality of education. Maulavi Abdul Rahman Rashid, Deputy Minister of Refugees and Returnees Affairs, along with his delegation, met with Abdul Qahir Haji Idris, the General Director of National Statistics and Information Institution. In this meeting, the discussions on facilitating the process of distributing citizenship cards to migrants and returning citizens and confirming their identity were discussed, and emphases were placed on further coordination and better organization of affairs in this regard. Naqibullah Mahdi, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Malaysia, met with Dr. Ahmad Azam, the special representative of Malaysia for Afghanistan and advisor to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In this meeting, along with the developments between the two countries, the development of strong relations based on common interests was emphasized. A group of representatives of Turkish companies and professors of Istanbul Jaram Pasha University have expressed interest in investing solar and hydropower energy production in Afghanistan. In a meeting with Mullah Abdul Latif Mansour, Minister of Energy and Water, the spokesperson of the ministry says that until now, a number of Turkish companies have invested in the power generation sector in Kabul and Helmand. We have more details in this report.
On the 21st of Mizan, the Minister of Energy and Water met with two professors of Istanbul Jaram Pasha University and representatives of a number of Turkish companies. In this meeting, the Turkish companies have shown interest in investing in water and solar energy production in Afghanistan.
Yesterday, the Minister of Energy and Water met with a group of Turkish investors, including university professors. Representatives and investors of these companies have shown interest in investing in water and solar power.
The Ministry of Energy and Water also adds that Turkish companies have already invested in the production of electricity in Kabul and Helmand provinces.
In terms of Turkish companies, a number of companies have bought and invested in projects in Helmand and some other provinces, including Kabul province.
Furthermore, experts in the field of electricity and energy production say that Afghanistan has vast resources in the production of water, solar and wind power. If investment is done here, it will export electricity to the region and neighboring countries in addition to fulfilling their own needs.
Afghanistan has very good resources in many resources such as wind, water, solar energy, oil and gas energy, and coal energy, and production of which is not only self-sufficient in Afghanistan but can also be exported to neighboring countries.
This is while Afghanistan needs 5,000 megawatts of electricity annually, but now only 900 megawatts of electricity can be supplied through imported electricity from Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and Iran, in addition to domestic sources.
Dr. Abdul Bari Umar, the General Executive Director of Afghanistan Electricity Company, emphasized on the continuation and strengthening of bilateral cooperation with the leadership of Iran National Electricity Company through a video conference. In this conference, a number of electricity development projects from Iran's side, timely solution of electricity problems, and cooperation of affairs were discussed. The leadership of Iran National Electricity Supply Company has mentioned the interest of Iranian investors to invest in this field of electricity production in Afghanistan. Maulavi Matiul Haq Khalis, the Chief Director of the National Environmental Protection Agency, met with Muhammad Yusuf Hamidian, the head of REHA Organization for Strengthening Environmental Protection and Humanitarian Aid, and discussed the implementation of environmental projects in addition to joint work in the field of environmental protection. In this meeting, Mr. Khaled said that he is trying to remove environmental issues from politics to open the way for practical work. The Industrial Areas Law is published in the official Gazette. This law has a title, 6 chapters, 11 units, and 67 articles. The regulation of industrial areas was created for the purpose of economic growth, attraction of investment in the private sector, and management and protection of industrial areas. According to this law, the receptions of land for private industrial areas are considered obliged to comply with the regulations and other legal documents related to environmental protection and work. Let's see more in the report.
The Ministry of Justice says that Amir al-Mu'minin Hafazahallah's law on industrial areas has been approved and published in the official Gazette. Hafiz Barakatullah Rasuli, the spokesman of this ministry, added that this law was created for the purpose of economic growth, development of the country, attraction of investment to the private sector, management of protection and industrial areas.
This law promotes and develops the economy of Afghanistan through the regulation of industrial areas. It has been edited for the purpose of attracting private investment and providing the basis for the management and protection of industrial areas. It is written in this law that the recipient of land for private industrial areas is obliged to comply with the orders and other documents related to environmental protection and work.
Experts say that the more the system and institutions are subjected to the specific law, the more organized the society will be. According to them, with the implementation of the Industrial Areas Law, businessmen will organize their affairs in this area. At the same time, industrialists also welcome the ratification of the Industrial Areas Law and say that the problem of lack of land will be solved and job opportunities will increase.
د ولس د بیکاری د ختمولو په خاطر هم د سند د سپورت په خاطر او هم د
In order to end the unemployment of the people, for the support of the industry, and for the prevention of Afghanistan imports, we accept any law that has been approved and the policy has been made for it. Especially those people who want to buy land the government, or if they want to build private industrial parks, or they want to build industrial park in the private sector with the government. It is very important.
It should be mentioned that this law has a title, 6 chapters, 11 units and 67 articles, which was created for the development and improvement of Afghanistan's economic growth and will be implemented by Ministry of Industry and Commerce.
Bamiyan Province Police Command announces the arrest of 5 people on charges of forgery. The Press and Public Relations Office of Bamiyan Provincial Commandery says that these people were selling a fake substance like mercury and intended to earn a lot of money with this wrong activity. It is said that the mobile phones were also obtained from the arrested people. In the workshop of the 1st Infantry Battalion of the 313th Central Corps, 17 different types of military vehicles repaired and put into use. The Ministry of National Defense says that these vehicles include 12 armored tanks, 7 international vehicles, 4 Rangers, and 1 ambulance. And the final one is that the National Disaster Preparedness Agency has transferred more than 110 tons of food to Zabul, Helmand, and Paktika provinces in order to deal with the possible victims due to the accidents. It's worth mentioning that the part of each province is 37.5 tons of food, which will be distributed to the affected people in order to deal with the possible incidents in these provinces. Our This Time news comes to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.